Good evening, you're now with me, Sholchma 2 for TVS Nightline, and here are the headlines for tonight. A major milestone achieved during the Sarawak government's meeting with Airbus at aircraft manufacturers' headquarters, with here Sarawak-AIRBUS collaborate on 6 key areas. New gateway for ASEAN-EU in aerospace cooperation. And on to world news, the global film industry is in shock after a former US President Donald Trump announced a 100% tariff on all foreign-made films. We begin this news. A major milestone was achieved during the Sarawak government's meeting with Airbus at the aircraft manufacturer's headquarters, where both parties agreed on 6 key areas of collaboration. This marks a pivotal step in Sarawak's efforts to strengthen its position in the regional aviation and high-tech industries. Premier of Sarawak, Dr. Tan Sri Abang Johari Tunapeng, emphasized that the discussions went beyond airborne operations, laying the foundation for a long-term aerospace ecosystem.
Tetapi kita hendaklah membincang lebih mendalam mengenai dengan bidang-bidang yang kita usahakan bersama. Saya telah membangkitkan beberapa perkara kerana bagi kami dalam kerajaan, syarikat Air Borneo bukanlah syarikat Air Borneo sebagai sebuah syarikat penerbangan sahaja, tetapi ia adalah satu katalis dalam kita membangunkan industri aerospace dan juga industri penerbangan.
He said this in a press conference after conducting a working visit to the Airbus campus and ATR headquarters in Toulouse, France on Monday. Key areas of collaboration include the development of sustainable aviation fuel (SAF) to support the aviation industry's goal of achieving net zero carbon emissions by 2050. Other focuses include fostering human capital in the aerospace sector through training partnerships between Airbus and institutions like ICATS. The partnership will also explore the manufacturing of composite materials and gas-based synthetic leather for aviation, alongside advancements in avionics technology and AI-powered smart chips. The Premier also addressed the digitalization of travel and aviation services with the introduction of the digital journey concept. Another key area is the establishment of a Sarawak-AIRBUS joint task force aimed at creating a roadmap for the development of Sarawak's aerospace industry, combining expertise from both parties. The meeting also provided an opportunity for the Sarawak government to present a proposal for a 100-acre aerotropolis, which is envisioned as a hub for training, research and support activities in the aerospace industry. Meanwhile, Premier of Sarawak, Dr. Tan Sri Abang Johari Tunapeng, described the partnership between Sarawak and Airbus as aligned with the 3 European Free Trade Association agreement, which provides expanded opportunities for technology exchange, knowledge transfer and global market access. This move is expected to strengthen Malaysia's position as ASEAN Chair 2025, promoting high-tech cooperation between ASEAN and the European Union, EU.
Actually, what is happening is this. It is part and parcel of what they call EFTA, European Free Trade Association Agreement between European Union dengan kita. Dan kalau kita fokus dengan ini, jadi kita di bahagian Asia Pasifik, khasnya Sarawak, kita dapat menubuhkan framework, iaitu parameter kerjasama di mana talent development boleh kita wujudkan. Nombor duanya ialah penggunaan teknologi yang terkini
At the same time, Abang Jari said Sarawak's ability to provide human capital, natural resources like energy and water, and development space puts it in a unique position to become a key focus for aerospace investment.
Anak kita bukan saja boleh bekerja di di Sarawak, tetapi boleh sama-sama mengikut apa saja dibuat oleh Airbus di seluruh dunia. Maknanya, what is important is our benchmark in terms of training and also in terms of services that we provide will be there. Our advantage is, one, we can develop our human resource. They call it human capital.
With strategic partnerships under the EFTA and strong industry support from Airbus, Sarawak is well positioned to become a main gateway for the aerospace industry between Asia-Pacific and Europe. As such, the Airborne project is not merely a new airline, but a long-term plan to build a future industry based on high technology. An attempt by a tugboat and barge to operate illegally in the waters of COLLAB was thwarted when detained by the Malaysia Maritime Enforcement Agency, or Maritime Malaysia Miri Maritime Zone. The director of the Miri Maritime Zone, Maritime Captain Muhammad Khairul Anwar Saad, stated that both vessels were detected moving suspiciously approximately 3.2 nautical miles northwest of COLLAB before being intercepted by a patrol team during the integrated operations of Permine and Optiris on Monday. Initial inspection revealed that the vessel crew not only carried unsanctioned cargo, but also failed to produce any valid licensing documents. He further stated that such actions not only violate the law, but could also jeopardize the safety of navigation in the nation's waters. The case is being investigated under the Customs Act 1967 and the Merchant Shipping Ordinance 1952 for the offences of carrying prohibited goods and failing to present a domestic shipping license. He added that Maritime Malaysia remains committed to enhancing patrols and enforcement to curb maritime crime and violations of the law at sea. And information related to suspicious activities at sea can be reported to the Malaysia Maritime Zone Miri hotline at 085-649-111 or the emergency line 999 for immediate action. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim is expected to hold an official visit to Russia in the near time. Minister of Investment, Trade and Industry, Tengku Datuk Seri Zafrul Tunku Abdul Aziz said the visit will include meetings with representatives of companies on trade and investment in the country, as well as existing local investment. Meanwhile, he revealed that Malaysia will continue to focus on new markets while also exploring non-traditional markets to ensure the country's economic and trade interests remain strong, said Investment, Trade and Industry Minister Tengku Datuk Seri Zafrul Abdul Aziz. Zafrul also added that the government will keep allocating funds to local companies, including small and medium enterprises, SMEs, to explore new markets. These allocations will provide opportunities for these companies to enter new markets such as Russia, Africa, the Middle East and South America. Yesterday, Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim told a special parliamentary meeting in the Dewan Rakyat on US tariffs that the government will provide an additional 50 million ringgit allocation to the Malaysia External Trade Development Corporation (MATRADE) to accelerate efforts in exploring new markets. And now on to world affairs. President Donald Trump announced on Sunday that he had instructed officials to rebuild and reopen Alcatraz prison, the infamous facility in California that closed in 1963 due to high operating costs and had remained closed for decades. He directed relevant parties to collaborate on reopening the prison, which will be expanded to house America's most dangerous criminals. Alcatraz, once holding notorious figures like mobster Al Capone, now serves as a tourist attraction. Trump has made combating crime, especially by migrants, a central focus on his second term, emphasizing the importance of incarcerating the most violent offenders. The global film industry is in shock after former U.S. President Donald Trump announced a 100% tariff on all foreign-made films. In a post on his Truth social platform, Trump called foreign film incentives a national security threat and demanded that movies be made in America again. U.S. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick responded positively to the announcement, but details are unclear. Trump's statement did not say whether the tariff would apply to American production companies producing films abroad. Several recent major films produced by U.S. studios were shot outside of America, including Deadpool and Wolverine, Wicked, and Gladiator 2. It was also unclear if the tariffs would apply to films on streaming services, such as Netflix, as well as those shown at cinemas, or how they would be calculated. Currently, the U.S. remains a major film production hub globally despite challenges, according to movie industry research firm ProdPro. Colombian security forces have arrested 217 suspected members of the country's most powerful drug cartel, the Gulf Clan, in a massive crackdown that began mid-April. The group is accused of killing 24 police and soldiers over the last month alone. Colombia's Armed Forces Chief General Francisco Cubide said the raids also left 15 suspected traffickers dead, led to the seizure of nearly 7 tons of drugs, over 120 firearms, and thousands of rounds of ammunition.
En ese trabajo conjunto y coordinado a nivel nacional, particularmente en la costa caribe, lograr la captura de 217 individuos de este grupo armado organizado. Igualmente se han obtenido 15 muertes en desarrollo de operaciones militares y policiales, así como también 15 sometidos, un recuperado y se han adelantado 73 allanamientos.
President Gustavo Petro accused the cartel of systematically targeting security forces under its so-called pistol plan. 16 police officers and 5 soldiers have been killed in recent attacks linked to the group. Interior Minister Armando Benedetti revealed that cartel members were paid up to 15 million pesos, around $3,500 for each officer killed. The Gulf Clan, estimated to have 7,500 members, is also involved in illegal gold mining, extortion, and migrant smuggling. Defense Minister Pedro Sanchez recently admitted that several armed groups, including the Gulf Clan, have grown stronger despite the president's total peace strategy. See the world closer with TVS as we bring the latest news updates both locally and internationally. For more headlines anytime anywhere, just head on to our official website at tvsarawak.my or follow us on our social media platforms at TV Sarawak. And those are the updates on TVS Nightline. I'm Shilsha Metro. Thank you for watching and have a good night.